Tracy Farquhar coming to you live today on Monday, July 19th with a general reading for the week ahead. And okay, I'm starting over because I'm not sure you got that first part. Anyway, this is Tracy Farquhar coming to you live on July 19th. And I'm going to do a general reading for this week, as I usually do, and then just a few one-card pulls. So if you're interested in getting a one-card reading and you haven't had a reading with me recently, please post a comment and I'll get to a few of those in a few minutes. So normally I use my tarot deck that I use all the time for readings, which is the Barbara Walker deck. So hang on, I'm getting alerts that there's something going on here, and I don't know if you're seeing me. So if you're seeing me, I'm closing out all my other applications because it's telling me to do that. Facebook is doing some crazy stuff lately. All right, if you are seeing me, hopefully, then please type a comment so I know. All right. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, well, I'm just going to continue. So, as I said, I normally use my Barbara Walker tarot deck, which is the deck I always use to do readings. And today I'm going to try something different, which is I'm going to use my book. So I created this book last year called Tarot for Today. And it started out as just a fun Facebook project to work on over the pandemic. I went on Canva and I took a lot of my own photographs and manipulated them in a way that would represent each of the 78 tarot cards. So this book is the product of that. I published it myself, and it's available on Amazon, and it is a book full of these images as tarot cards that you can use to do a reading for yourself or do a reading for somebody else. Instead of pulling a card, you just flip to a page. So that's what I'm going to do today with the intention of getting some guidance for the week ahead. So I am going to just flip to a couple pages to see what we get, with the intention of helping us through the energy of this week. Okay. So the first card that I flipped to here is the Ten of Cups. And you can see that here. So the image is, it's hard to see on the screen there, but this is an image from a place called Columcille, which is up in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. And so the Ten of Cups, I'll just read to you what it says here. The Ten of Cups indicates a turning of the page, an ending and a beginning, a new journey about to begin. It's a reminder to continue following your heart's wisdom and tuning into your intuition for guidance, and to relax, knowing that the path you're about to embark on is a fruitful one. So in tarot, the suit of cups represents our heart center, how we're feeling, our intuition, our emotions, represents love. And I'm sorry, I'm having trouble here again with the feed. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but it looks like I might have to start over again. Hang on. Okay. It looks like you're seeing me. I see your comments now. I just keep getting these warnings, so hopefully it's nothing serious. Anyway, Ten of Cups. Cups represents the heart center, and the number 10 indicates an ending and a beginning. So I think it's really appropriate for what seems to be going on with the energy right now, based on all the readings that I've been doing lately, and just where we tend to be as a collective as we're moving through some of the current challenges and moving out of some of the past challenges. To me, this card is encouraging you to follow your heart and listen to what you're really feeling pulled to and guided to, and to trust that. Normally, we make decisions based on our intellect and logic, and there's nothing wrong with that because we do have to function as humans on the earth. We have to be logical and practical in a lot of aspects in our lives. But right now, it feels like if you're considering making changes, and it seems to me like a lot of people are, as we're moving through the changes in the collective, it's important to first consider what you're feeling about those changes, what your intuition is telling you, what your passions are telling you, what you're feeling drawn to, what synchronicities are showing up in your life. Those are all connected to the heart energy. Now, of course, we still want to check in with the intellect and the logic and make sure that we're not doing anything that is going to be counterproductive. Um, but this is a really clear message about embarking on a new path with a sense of being guided on that path, and to trust that guidance. Okay, so the next card I just opened to randomly is another card about a new beginning, and this time it's the Ace of Cups. Let's see if I can get that on the screen for you. Okay, so once again, Cups, as I mentioned, is the suit which represents the heart energy, the intuitive energy, and the feeling self. So I'll read what it says. The Ace of Cups is a very positive indicator of a new beginning. The suit of cups represents the emotions, feelings, and intuition of the heart. So this card is encouraging you to trust your higher senses to guide you to this new journey. Do all things with love, and you will draw happiness into your life. So, clear message for the week ahead is that, if you are considering changes, if you're ready to embark on a new journey, this is the time to do it. And what I am finding, as I've mentioned a few times in some of the other things that I've been doing, is that just about everybody that I'm doing readings for these days is on a path to a new beginning and is at a crossroads for transformation. And I think it's very telling about the energy that we are experiencing now and what we've been through, and how what we've been through has inspired us and motivated us to want to make changes in our lives. Sometimes I think we get so caught up in the day to day and running on that hamster wheel that we forget to stop and think about if where we are and what we're doing is really in alignment with who we are and what we want. Um, and many of us experience this pandemic time as a time to slow down, to sit with ourselves, to pull our energy back out of a lot of the external distractions, and to really just kind of be more present with ourselves. And the result of that seems to be that a lot of people are considering making changes, which is a good thing, because every time you open yourself up to change, you're influencing the energy of the collective, everyone in the world. The shift is, that's what it is. It's a shift of energy in the collective, and each of us is participating in this by choosing either to align with change or to resist it. And I think our normal sense is to resist it, because we have an illusion as a belief that says that we're supposed to expect things to stay the same all the time. But then we get bored, and we start to feel that we are unfulfilled. So this is a time to really be open to change. Even if you don't know what that change is yet, you can invite it and say, okay, I'm ready for whatever is in my highest good, whatever is going to be something that really encourages me to live my most authentic life and express myself in the most authentic way, and to attract the people that most resonate with the energy of who I am now. And that can often entail a lot of shifts and changes that are a little uncomfortable because we don't like that. But when you allow that discomfort and you move through it, you will most likely find that you create a life for yourself that's much more fulfilling and much more in alignment with your true higher self. All right, I'm going to pull one more. Okay, so the card I flipped to this time is the Sun. And there it is. So this photo is from a place called Grounds for Sculpture in central New Jersey. It's a beautiful sculpture garden. And the sun symbolizes the light of truth, even when it's a bit harsh. Challenges and contrasts can reveal truth to us. And while these challenges may be difficult, the resulting clarity always has the opportunity to enhance your life. If any truths have been revealed to you lately, use them to your advantage. So once again, very much in alignment with the first two cards. Um, and what I was talking about the time of the pandemic and how as we have been more in alignment with our own energy and less distracted by what's going on out there, we have had truths revealed to us. And again, sometimes it's difficult to really allow yourself to see the truth because it means now I got to do the work, now I've got to create something different for myself, or I've got to, change my external world in some way, again, to make it more in alignment with what I really am, what my truth is. So the Sun card is saying that's being revealed to you now in some way. Each of us is having our own experience of that. So it's asking you, what is that truth? And are you living that truth? And if you aren't, what steps can you begin to take now to start to create that? That doesn't mean you have to do something drastic, but it does mean that you can start to take the baby steps in that direction. And ask yourself, what do I need? What is my heart calling out for? What skills, passions, uh, uh, gifts, talents, expertise am I not utilizing at this time in my life? And even if it doesn't entail completely overhauling and changing your career, maybe there's something you can add to your life. Maybe you can take a course, take a workshop, join a social group, go somewhere you haven't been before as things open up. Be willing to try something new. And again, to be a little uncomfortable in that newness, because that will always lead to some revelation of truth, always. Even if the truth is, well, yeah, I found out I don't like that. That's as valuable as finding the thing that really does light your fire. Okay. All right, so let's go look at the comments here. And I will pick just a few people. Thank you for letting me know you're seeing me, because that was very confusing with the messages. I still have a message on my screen here that's saying my FPS is too low, but I don't know what to do about that. All right, Diane Greenblatt is asking for a card. So let me see what I get for you. Okay, Diane, the card I pulled for you, let's see if I can get this on the screen here. It's crooked. All right, it's the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is the card I pulled for Diane. And the Five of Cups encourages you to focus on the good in your life and make sure you have a clear vision of what you want to experience. If you are focusing solely on what hasn't worked, you could be missing the blessings that already exist and the potential for things to get better. Make sure you're not using the past as the barometer for the future. Process, forgive, and move on. So the image on the card, which is a pretty typical image for this card in the tarot. Of course, it's my daughter Gemma, but at her feet are the cups, and two of those cups are upright and three of them have spilled. So what they represent is our tendency to focus on what's spilled, what's gone wrong, what isn't working, what we're lacking, what we don't have anymore, instead of focusing on what's there. And so you can see in the image, the cups that are spilled are in front of her, and the ones that are filled are behind her. So that indicates where we tend to put our focus. So for you, Diane, it's just asking you, to examine where your focus is. That doesn't mean that we need to ignore the things that have gone wrong, the things that have disappointed us or hurt us. We need to process through those things, but we don't want to make them the central focus of our lives, because if that's all we're focusing on, we're kind of anchoring ourselves in that place of lack or what's gone wrong or where I've failed. So we want to notice it. We want to be aware of it. We want to ask ourselves what we're learning from those situations. And we want to now turn our focus on what is good about now. Because what we're really focusing on and what we're dwelling on is what we're going to grow in our lives. So, think about it as watering a plant. Your focus and attention is like watering the plant. If you don't want this particular aspect of your life to continue, then you can't give it your continued attention. You take from it what you need, and you start to turn your attention to what's good now, what you want to expand into your future and in your life, and make sure that that's the focal point. This is what my intention is for the future, and this is where it's already showing up now. Even if it's not as much as I would like, I can really put my intention on what's making me happy, what's beautiful in my life, what really fulfills me now. More of that, please, universe. Okay. All right. I see Felicia. Hi, Felicia. I will pull a card for you. And of course, pulling the card is turning a page, flipping to a page. All right. Okay, once again, we got the Ace of Cups. Now, this one came up in the beginning. And Felicia, it's a really positive card. I'll read it again. The Ace of Cups is a very positive indicator of a new beginning. The Suit of Cups represents the emotions, feelings, and intuition of the heart. So this card is encouraging you to trust your higher senses to guide you on this new journey. Do all things with love, and you will draw happiness into your life. So the message for you, Felicia, is that, if you're feeling, like I was mentioning, the need to make change, if you are considering stepping on a new path, or if that is already beginning, this is really encouraging you to trust that journey and to see it as a journey as well. And feeling for you is also a sense of not being too caught up in the end result of the journey, because that is always shifting and changing. The future doesn't exist yet. We don't have to have a clear, crystal clear vision of what that is supposed to be, because that kind of limits the possibilities that we are allowing ourselves to see. If we just think, okay, I'm going to embark on this journey, the only way it's going to be seen as successful is if I accomplish this one thing. Well, that creates a kind of tunnel vision. And there may be other things that are even better for you. So make sure you're open to what the end result might turn out to be, but have a clear intention for how you want to feel, what you want to experience in this new endeavor, this new path. Make it more about the process of the journey rather than necessarily this is the only thing that I can see as the destination. So, it's a big difference, because we don't want to be too caught up just in our lives in general in what we want to finally achieve. Because what happens, things change. Maybe it doesn't turn out to be exactly what you hoped for, but maybe it's offering you something better. And if you're missing that, then you could be missing out on something really good for yourself. Okay, I see Chris Chaconis. I will pull a card for you, and then I'll do one more after that. Okay, I'm going to start over because I didn't feel that. Okay, Chris, your card is the Two of Swords. There it is. Two of Swords. That's a picture of me. So the Two of Swords represents partnership and balance, and it may be urging you to form a stronger partnership with yourself, between your mind and your heart, your physical life and your spiritual life, and your work and your home life. Remember that all relationships will mirror your relationship with yourself. So work on that first. So, excuse me, the Suit of Swords represents the way that we think. It's the element of air. And it can be the most challenging of the suits in the deck. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's predicting doom and gloom. In fact, the Two of Swords, as I said, is encouraging a balance. And since the swords is all about how we're thinking, it could be indicating that you're maybe overthinking something, and that it's time to kind of recognize that you need to also balance that thinking mind with the feeling heart. Balance the logic and intellect with the intuition, the emotions, the feeling self, the passions, and that kind of guidance system. Um, Also, to recognize that, if we're out of balance with our own relationship with ourselves, if we're putting all of our energy out there and we're worrying about people and we're caught up in all of the drama of the world, and we're not giving ourselves the same amount of care and compassion, we're going to feel imbalanced. Our energy isn't going to feel right. So two is always about relationship and balance. And to me, it's mostly about your relationship with yourself and reminding you that that is the foundation of all relationships. So if you're feeling out of balance, work on what's going on here instead of so much trying to change what's out there. We are limited in what we can change out there. We are unlimited in what we can shift and change in here. And what we shift and change in here automatically creates an energetic change in our field, our energy field, which then influences what we attract and what we experience and the people that come in and the way people treat us. So even though this is the hardest work to do, it's much easier to say, I can't be happy, I can't be balanced until everything out there is right. That's going to keep you in that state of imbalance all the time, because it's never going to be like that. But when you say, okay, I'm recognizing something in myself that I can work on, I'm recognizing that I need something else from myself, that creates huge change, a ripple effect of change. So, all right, one more. If I skip you, it's not because it's not personal. I don't want to just pull in order. Okay. I see Chen, Amy, Chen. So I will get a card for you. And remember, everybody, as these cards come up, whenever I do these, if you're here, there could be a message in that for you too. So even though this is directed toward a particular person, you're here listening to it. There's a reason you're here listening to it. All right, we got the Three of Cups here for Amy. And that's the Three of Cups. And this is a picture of my soul sisters and me having a toast with some mimosas. So the Three of Cups can be encouraging social interaction and a sense of finding your tribe. If you've been isolating, as many of us have, it's time to start getting out. If you're tired of being single, it's time to look for a partner. If you're not feeling a strong connection with the people in your life, it's time to find those who resonate with you. So Three of Cups is a coming together from the heart. Again, cups being the heart center. It's encouraging that you have that kind of tribe energy in your life somewhere. We can know a lot of people. We can have a lot of friends and acquaintances in our lives, but they're not all going to be the intimate inner tribe for your life, and that's okay. We can't expect every person to fulfill that role. Some people are going to resonate with you more than others. That doesn't mean it's judgment. It's just, our energy resonates with like energy. And so, there are going to be people in your life who are more like acquaintances that you can have coffee with and talk about current affairs and make it more of a superficial type relationship, which is still important to us, even though it's not as deep as others. But we really need those deep relationships. We need the support of them. We need the validation from them. We're social creatures. And even in my state of being an extreme introvert, I know that I need that. And so this picture represents the people that are my tribe. And even though there's not a lot of them, they are very, very important to me. And in the meantime, there are other people in my life that are also important in a different way. So it's encouraging for you, Amy, to make sure you have that in your life. And if you don't, seek it out. Um, and that means, again, trying new things, putting yourself in situations where you're going to meet people who have similar interests, similar mindsets, similar passions. That could be taking a class, joining some kind of social group. Again, just what we were talking about in the beginning with trying new things. It seems to be the message of the day for everybody is it's time to stop thinking that you're going back to normal. Stop thinking that you're going back. We can't go back. We can't go backwards. But we can take what we have learned from this time and help us and use it to help us move forward and consider how we have changed. And when we consider how we have changed, we can better intend the changes that we want to create in our lives. You're not the same person you were a year and a half ago. You were not the same person you were 6 months ago. So make sure that you're really intimately connected with who you are so that you can start to create and intensify the intimate connections in your life, whether those are with people, with new pursuits, with your work, whatever really connects with who you are and is an expression of who you are, something to really consider. How authentic is that in your life right now? And if there are some things that aren't feeling so authentic, be open to change them. So that's the energy of the week ahead. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye.